So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Montreal, where in the last episode we did not have any fun. If you missed out on the last video, well, let's just say I'm not jealous of you. You live a happier life than I. But if you did miss that last episode and you want to be caught up, I'll do that for you. It was our year three playoff run, and we were able to defeat the Florida Panthers in round number one. It was awesome. It was quick. It was easy. But then we got murdered. We just got ran through by Claude Giroux, former Montreal Canadian. Claude Giroux and the Buffalo Sabres in what was, in all honesty, an absolutely heartbreaking playoff series. At the conclusion of that playoff series, I was so heartbroken and just so gutted that I went completely nonverbal for about 45 minutes. So none of the postseason roundup was done, and I do apologize for that. So we'll go ahead and do that right now. As you can see already on the screen right now, the Winnipeg Jets are your Stanley Cup champions. The Stanley Cup is in Canada for 2 years consecutively, and you know if we couldn't win the Stanley Cup, I'm just happy that another Canadian team got it done. So where we left off was in the second round. Winnipeg beats the Stars, Calgary beats the Sharks, and then in the East, Tampa beats Pittsburgh. And I don't want to talk about that other series. In the Western Conference Final, Winnipeg gets through Calgary in five, and Tampa Bay beats our Demons in 7 games, but they would end up falling to the Winnipeg Jets. Now, I was a little bit curious. I wanted to know who the Winnipeg Jets had. Like, how are they winning a Stanley Cup? Let alone going on a deep run. So let's have a little gander at them. They got this Gregory Wright kid. What is he? Right wing sniper. He was the first pick in this GM mode save. He was the first overall pick in year number one. Computer generated medium franchise. He put up 70 some odd 72 points this year. It was a career high. Perennial 40 goal scorer, it seems. He scored 40 in his draft year, 40 in his rookie year, and he was just shy of 40 in his Stanley Cup winning year. So Gregory Reich is he's a goal scoring threat. But they still have Scheifele, they still have Connor, they added Brock Besser. Iafallo is here. Cole Perfetti has grown into quite the second line guy for this team. Josh Morrissey's still producing. Guys like Brock Nelson, Brad Lambert developed into an NHL caliber player. Pionk Velarde, Brent Burns is here, which is kind of crazy at age 41. He's still kicking it. That is, I believe, his first career Stanley Cup. It only took him 22 years. My math might be wrong on that, but that seems right. Vinny Heinola became an NHLer, and then Chris Tanev, with 1 point in 23 games, is the absolute heartbeat of that team. And then in between the pipes, Connor Hellebuck started all 23 games consecutively. He played in every single minute for this Winnipeg Jets team, and he played like an absolute stud. And another thing we forgot to do in the last episode was the awards. So obviously the Stanley Cup went to the Winnipeg Jets, the President's Trophy to the New York Rangers, Jets versus Lightning in the finals. The Art Ross Trophy goes to Nikita Kucherov, the Hart Memorial to Artemi Panarin. Carlson wins the Norris. No, never mind. Yeah, Carlson wins the Norris. Lady Byng goes to Kucherov. Calder goes to Hunter. Conn Smythe is to Gregory Reich. So the first overall pick, future cornerstone of that franchise, Gregory Reich wins playoff MVP. Vesna goes to Devin Levi, that fucking piece of shit. Jennings to Levi as well. Bill Masterton goes to Larson for the second year in a row. And I have no idea who this is. Maybe we'll check him out. But Jack Adams to the Sharks coach again. The Selke to Barkov. He breaks Ryan O'Reilly's streak. Ted Lindsay goes to Panarin. And Maurice Richard to Kirill Kaprizov. So we had ourselves a bit of an interesting season. We got a lot to do in this video. And that is the case with every offseason video. There is lots to do. We have to do the draft, we have to do the re-sign phase, and we have to do free agency. It's going to be a long one. So buckle up, get a snack, get something to drink, like a Pepsi or something, and put your seatbelt on because this video could be a little bit crazy. Before we do start it though, this is something that I haven't done before, but it is something I'm probably going to start doing more frequently. I am going to put a link in this description to my Discord server. If you want to join the community, be part of the Discord, click the link in the video. There is a channel in the Discord literally designed for you to come in and yell at me about things that I do in this GM mode. There is also a channel in the Discord server where you can create or you can suggest your very own created players to be added to future GM mode series. So, I mean, there's also just channels where you can talk about hockey. You can talk about baseball, or you can make some new friends. So, if any of that is of interest to you, there is a link in the description to the Discord channel. Go ahead, click it, join it, make some friends, and just be a beauty. Um, with that being said, we do need to talk about our off-season strategy, our plan for this upcoming off-season. So we are in a bit of a strange spot with this team. We're in a bit of a transitional year. Now, I don't really know what we are transitioning to, but I do know that we are transitioning from a team who used to be good to a team that is probably not going to be as good. We have been fortunate enough in previous seasons where we have been able to sell futures for current assets at the trade deadline. The last 2 years, we have been hard buyers, full buyers at the deadline. This season, we are not going to be able to do that. Would describe us the last 2 years. We have been in a position where we can sell Kirby Dach and a third for Crosby. We've been in a position where we can sell a second round pick for a guy like Kailer Yamamoto. However, this upcoming season, we simply just don't have enough assets to be able to sustain that. You can only buy enough Sidney Crosbys and enough Victor Arvidssons before you run out of, money, right? Like you can only buy enough cars before you're living on the street. And unfortunately, if we keep buying guys, we will be living on the street. We will be in lottery contention. But this team is in a really weird spot because we're still young enough, like Caulfield and Suzuki. They still have medium potential. They're not exact just yet. So we're still young enough where our Stanley Cup window is open for a few more years, but we're not quite young enough that we're unable to compete for that Stanley Cup. So we're in a bit of a limbo position with this team, and we need to really figure out what we want to do with the core that we have available. So Caulfield, Suzuki, and Slavkovsky we have for another 4 years after that, and Caulfield has an extra year on the end, but we're not going to count that. So our Stanley Cup window at this current moment is 4 more seasons. And that's not even counting guys like Joel Eriksson Ek, who we have for 3 more years, and Caden Gooley, who we have in conjunction with Cam York for 4 more years, and then Yamamoto, who we have for 2 more years? Yeah, 2 more years after this one. So we have guys who are middle 6, top 6 guys on the team for 4 more years guaranteed. But we also have guys like Keegan Spooner and Jeremy Coleman who are going to be coming off entry-level contracts and expecting those big, long deals. Another guy who is a bit curious that we have to watch out for is Sean Farrell. He is making $5 million for the next season, and then he is an RFA. I don't know what I want to do with him because if this upcoming contract negotiation was anything like the last, Sean Farrell is just going to be too expensive for us. And I don't want to sell a guy like Sean Farrell at the deadline with this core because I know that if we get the right pieces, we can compete. So again, it goes back to that limbo stage where we need to figure out what exactly we want to do. And the interesting case of Zach Jones, this guy, he's a bit weird because 17 points in 82 games as an offensive defenseman is horrible. 3 points in 12 games as an offensive defenseman is horrible. But he's got low elite, you know? So the fact that he has the elite potential makes me want to stick it out just a little bit. But also the fact that he isn't producing at all makes me think that we should just capitalize on the elite potential and flip him for like a third round pick or something like that. So Zach Jones, we'll get to the draft, and if his value's high enough, we'll trade him. But okay, you know what? I just thought about it in my head a little bit more, and yeah, Zach Jones is gone. Yeah, Ryan Bacher is the exact same player, and he's honestly even better. So Zach Jones, see ya, pal. You're gone. Anyway, that just about settles it. We are going to advance one day and see the draft lottery, and then we're going to have our hearts broken in retirement, and then we'll do the draft. So, advanced day, what do we got? Carolina, Nashville, Ottawa. Is that is that Carolina and Nashville picking 1 and 2 in back-to-back years? That's crazy. Is that wait, Ottawa, that might be the same top 3 2 years in a row. That's wild. Then Seattle, Philly, LA, Arizona, Mini, Boston, Toronto, both in our division. Washington, Islanders, St. Louis, Vancouver, Vegas, Jersey. Okay. Oh, Vegas didn't make the playoffs. I didn't even notice that. So that might be the same top 3 for 2 years in a row. That's honestly kind of crazy. What are the odds on that? Anyway, retirement. I'm nervous for retirement. I'm really scared about retirement because I feel like Carey Price is going to be here. I really feel like Carey Price is going to be hanging him up this season. Yup, there he is. Carey Price is calling it quits. But as far as skaters go, Brent Burns cracks the 1,000 point mark before hanging him up. But Perry goes Geo, Oilers legend Derek Brassard, Goligoski, Nick Bonino. Matt Martin's gone. That's horrible. Oh, Habs legend Chris Weidman. The 2026 NHL entry draft. Let's get it underway. Let's see this draft board here because I believe this is the final season with created players that I created. So Harold Perry, Orlando Frost, Alex Ovechkin Jr. are all players that I created. Yeah, that looks about it. That looks about it. Let me tell you about this guy here, Orlando Frost. He's a bit of a experiment, so to speak. So I'm interested to see how this pans out because when I created him, I made all of his stats 60 overall, except I gave him high franchise potential, so he'll grow like a weed, but all of his stats are 60 overall. So that could be interesting. Um, as far as our pick goes, we are in the 26 to 28 range. So we're looking at some of these fellas. What I'm really looking for is some defensive prospects, kind of. I would love to bolster our defensive pipeline depth, so to speak. Like a guy like Abraham Arnott. I'm not really sold on him. Sutton, Eugene Sutton. We have him scouted quite a bit. 2-year ETA. Alright, Eugene Sutton's on my list. Can I pin? Yeah, there we go. Oh, Bruce Goalie as well is a guy that I really want. Just because of his name. I don't really care how good he is, but you can't have a guy like Bruce Goalie in the draft and expect me to not want to go after him. And then a goalie up this high as well. He didn't play great, but. Goalie could be a goalie. Anyway, let's see. The Carolina Hurricanes, did they pick first overall last season? Exactly. Bruce Goalie, the centerman. How weird is that? Aldrich Brendel was their pick last season, and it was first overall. And then Nashville, they took Gary Hunter overall. Yes, he was. Oh my God. So it is the same exact top three. 2 years in a row. Seattle, where did they pick last year? I gotta find out. I gotta know. I gotta know where Seattle picked last year. Because if it's the same top four, that's wild. Who did they even pick? Oh yeah, Kovacs. This guy, and he was 10th overall. Okay, so not the same top four, but it is the same top three. That's pretty wild. Carolina is going to pick Harry Perry, 85 overall, power forward. I don't remember making him that good, but he is going to be a stud. Canonically, the son of Corey Perry. And apparently Connor Bedard's mom as well. So Harry Perry, son of Corey Perry, and half brother to Connor Bedard. We're just gonna sim pick here on Nashville. We're just gonna see who they take. Do they grow in junior? I didn't know they grew in junior. I thought they stayed static through junior. So Orlando Frost, I made him 60 overall, but he grew up to an 83 in junior. That's impressive. Those are his stats if you're interested. Yeah, he's gonna be a bit of a stud, I fear. Carolina, Nashville, and Ottawa are all just 77 speed. What a beast. Perry's got 94. Jeepers. All right, Ottawa with their second, third overall pick in back-to-back years, they're gonna take Modry, Richard Modry, playmaker out of the States, I think. I think he's out of the States. These are his stats. Good skater, good shot, good puck skills. Yeah, he's gonna be a stud. So what do they have? They have Modry, Virkkanen, and TBS now, or TSB, sorry. God, that's scary. That's scary. Sens are going to be scary. Seattle is going to get Alex Ovechkin Jr. Let's go with a sniper out of Russia. A sniper out of Russia. Alex Ovechkin Jr. What a beast. Max shooting. Oh my God. But literally nothing else is going for him. Ovi Jr. That's going to be a stud. Philly gets Theodore. Maxime Theodore. Left wing playmaker. Some decent shooting. Great skating. He's just decent all around the board. Maxime Theodore. He could be a guy. LA gets Gavin McKenna. We know all about Gavin McKenna. Schoten? Rudolph Schoten. That is a bust. That is a bust. High top six, 69 overall. At 7th overall, that is a bust for sure. Grachev, Timofey Grachev. Defensive defenseman. Ooh. Big angry D-man. Alright, that could be a guy for Boston. Tubert, medium elite. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, folks, this is why you don't draft by position in the top 10, because then you miss out on a medium elite playmaker that just fell into the lap of the Minnesota Wild. Rounding out the top 10 is Rubrick, another medium elite, Ryan Rubrick. Ooh, he could be a stud. Ryan Rubrick goes to Toronto. We are just going to simulate up to our pick now. Low elite, low elite. Two low elites here. Pan. So we only missed out on two low elites. What? Any, like, 70 overall? 77? Okay. Oh my God, Julie. Okay. How did these guys fall to 24 and 25? That's crazy. Okay. Let's see what we need. Now I'm kind of tempted to take a guy like Philip Hargrave, because he could be low elite too. I mean, you never know. These guys, Viguier, Maurice Viguier. I probably won't take. Same with Arnott, just because we haven't scouted them. So I don't really trust it. They could be low elite, but they could also be like AHL top six. So we'll leave them. Philip Hargrave, 35 points in a C minus league as Henrik Zetterberg, playmaker. What are we calling Henrik Zetterberg, boys? Playmaker or two-way forward? A 2-bar medium elite is fine, or we can go for the 4-bar medium top 4. Mark-Edward Vlasic, 2 AD. And he even had more points. I mean, it's a weaker league, but oh, it's the same competition. Okay, I'm gonna take Eugene Sutton. We're going a little bit off the board. The scouts want me to take one of these 3 guys, but I'm drafting by position. It's not in the top 10, so don't yell at me. Eugene Sutton, welcome to the Montreal Canadiens. What do we at? 71 overall, medium top 4. I'll take that. I'll take that. It's not Giuliano. Jude Giuliano. But it could be a guy that we need. It could be an asset as well. It could be an asset. Let's just see who we miss out on. Viguier, yeah, not our guy for sure. Arnett, same thing, not our guy. Urstov, yeah, he's not our guy. He's not our guy. Hargrave, same thing. Just none of these guys were our guy. Eugene Sutton, he was. He was, that's for sure. Who did the Jets get? Defending Stanley Cup champion, Winnipeg Jets. They got Clymer. Wesley Clymer. Eat your heart out, I guess. I'm gonna look at some trade opportunities. So the first people I wanted to look at were Dylan Dubé and Matt Coronado. How about just a 6th for Dubé? Boom, trade accepted. There you go. Watch list. Oh yeah, we got a trade for Bruce Goalie. We got a trade for Bruce Goalie. I'd be fine giving up Zach Jones here, because he's kind of the only guy with value that we can give up. Okay, that's good. Oh, medium elite Kozhevnikov. Medium elite grinder. Okay, we are running out of time because I'm pretty sure goalie is next up on the board. Yep, he is. He is. Quickly. So we will give up Zachary Jones. We will also give up our 3rd. How about that? That's honestly a fair deal. So Zach Jones and a 3rd for Carolina Hurricanes 2nd, which we will use to take Bruce Goalie. Bang. Trade accepted. Let's go. Bruce Goalie. Let's go. I'm interested to see what this guy becomes. But anyway. With the 36th overall selection in the 2026 NHL entry draft, the Montreal Canadiens are extremely proud to select from the Owen Sound attack of the OHL, Bruce Goalie. Make is how I'd describe him. What did we miss out on? A lot of snipers down here. Goudreau, Lepisto, and Rene. I'm looking at defensemen. Johan Larson. Mobility, foot speed, balance. They're saying 2-bar OFD. No points in an A+ league, though I don't trust that. Svedberg. Defensive defenseman. No points in A+ league. 4 years, though, is a bit rough. Gallagher. 4 years, 2 AD. Balance, defensive zone play, passing ability. Okay, Trent Gallagher's a guy. Ian Mayers, enforcer, 1-bar. Probably just a DFD. And what about these guys? Lepisto. He's a bit small, but he could be a guy. Rene. Ooh, I like Rene. He's got no weaknesses. 3 years though. Goudreau, Mario Goudreau, the good old French Canadian kid. Alright, so I'm liking Gallagher, Goudreau, maybe Gallagher, Goudreau, and Svedberg. I don't know. I think it's between Gallagher and Goudreau here. Let's see. Rene's gone. Lepisto. Okay. Oh, Goudreau and Gallagher. What? What? They went way off the board. What the hell? Alright, okay. I took all my players. I really wanted Goudreau. Lasse Koivu. 4 years. We do have to take a French Canadian in every draft. Bernard Vauclair. Similar style, Keith Primo. You know what? We're going to go with the hard-nosed Canadian. With the 58th overall pick in the 2026 NHL entry draft, the Montreal Canadiens are extremely proud to select from the Shawinigan of the QMJHL, Bernard Vauclair. Make pick. A medium top 9. You know what? I'll take that. Power forward, center power forward, 63 overall. He had a nice shot and really nothing else about him. He could be a guy. He could be a guy. What did we miss? Larson. You know what? I like Vauclair over Larson. I like Vauclair over Larson. Koivu, not really anything. McCardle. The Shawinigan. I'm not gonna embarrass myself trying to pronounce that. Cooperman. Ooh, medium starter Niederberger. Jorg Niederberger. Holy, what a stud. Jorg Niederberger. Ooh, low elite Koskinen. Okay, so there was Mikko Koskinen, and now there's Nico Koskinen. Low elite. Medium starter in the 4th round is kind of nice. Okay, so there's still some top 9s on the board. Top 6s every now and then. A Meech. Alright. We can find a top 6 or a top 9 here. I believe in us. I believe in the scouts. I'm definitely taking one of these Finnish defensemen. Just because, or maybe the goalie. Centers so far. Max Knutson. Dog tit stats in his draft year. Marco Koivisto. 1 point in 4 games in an A+ league. 2 AD. No points in 11 games. 5 years. Hey. Oljelovic. Jorg Niederberger is a sick ass name, dude. I wish I were named Jorg. Isaiah Sylvester, that's a badass name. 2-way defenseman, though. 4 bars, so you know it's true. I have a good feeling about Koivisto. Finnish defenseman playing in the Swedish league, though, makes you question his loyalty. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Let's see. Any gems? What do we got? Finger. Daryl Finger. Okay, he's bad, but Daryl Finger. There's a gem. Tyrone Rizzi? Okay, there's no way that I can see Tyrone Rizzi being a gem. And there's no way I can't take Tyrone Rizzi. Bro, like, come on. Are you kidding me? With the 123rd overall selection in the 2026 NHL entry draft, the Montreal Canadiens are extremely proud to select. Let's go. 56 overall. You know, he's nothing special right now, but give him some time. Give him 3-4 years, and he could make the AHL. He could. He's got 1 star for everything. But 5 stars for Riz. That's what I'm saying. He's not allowed on the mom's trip, that's for sure. Okay, I'm happy with Rizzy. I do not have another pick, so we'll just sim the rest of the draft. That was good. We got Sutton, goalie, Vauclair, and Rizzy. What a fucking draft, bro. Does anybody draft better than the Montreal Canadiens? I mean, seriously. Okay, we got 27 mil. 27 mil, and Crosby wants 8 of it. Crosby wants 8 of it. What about Arvidsson? God, he wants 5 mil. He wants 5 mil. Okay, Dubé? Dubé wants 5? No shot, Dubé wants 5 mil. What the deuce, bro? Jesus, okay. Yeah, Perron's not coming back. That's for damn sure. Sharangovich, adios. Marchment, adios. Okay, yeah, Dubé's way better than Perron. We're gonna keep Dubé instead of Perron. That's for sure. But Crosby, ay. Maybe I can sign and trade Crosby. If he'll go for 1.8, then I'll sign and trade Crosby. That's a good deal. 1.8, and then I can trade him for like a second or something. Arvidsson, Dubé. Dubé's definitely going to be my guy. He wants 5 years. I do not want to give him 5 years. The most I'll do for him is 3. He does want an extension. So I'll go 3 years. And then if he'll go 4x5, 3 years at 4x5 for Dubé. Andrew Gibson from Detroit. Okay. I'll remember him. Perron, we'll think about Perron. What the fuck was that? Like a bug or something, I don't know. Gadjevich, yeah, that's a good deal for Gadjevich. Nice in the AHL. Bodine, yeah, good deal for Bodine. Sutton. I'm gonna keep Sutton in the USDP for another year because I think he can get up to like 72, 70. Or should I just play him in the AHL now? Let's see my AHL decor. Defenseman in the system. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, but then I have Fairbrother, Okachuk, Anderson. Yeah, I'm gonna leave, what's his name? Sutton. I'm gonna leave him in the USDP for another year. I also need to play Martinson as well. Because he's 20 now. Gee, we draft him in year 1. He's 20. Eesh. So all expiring. Arvidsson. You know what? I'll do the same thing for Arvidsson. I'll go 1 year, 4.5. And then I can sign and trade him with Crosby or something. I don't really know. Jordan Greenway I want back for the AHL. I don't know if I want him back for 1.2. I'll give him 1. And then goaltending. Ken Primo does not want an extension. I'll qualify him. It's a good deal for Montembeault, Franson, Westgarth. Nah, I don't need these guys. I don't need these guys. Primo. You know what? I'll do that for Primo. And then we'll advance today. So Bishop is back. Mills is back. Drury is back. Isbister is back. So all of our coaches are back. That is nice. Greenway says no. Dubé's here. Arvidsson's here. Montembeault. Crosby. Gadjevich. Bodine Primo. Okay. Okay. Jordan Greenway. He does want an extension. But I don't really want to pay 1.2 mil for an AHLer. And in all honesty, he deserves a shot in the NHL. So Jordan Greenway's gone. Jona Gadjevich, I offered him exactly what he wanted, and he still said no. So I'll go up to 1.9. And there's Gadjevich. Okay. Beautiful goalies. We got Primo. Okay. That's everything. So we just need to trade Crosby and Arvidsson, or maybe we'll look at our lines and maybe we can use them for a year and trade them at the deadline or something. Maybe that's a thing that we do, but that was all of our free agents. Let me just double check. David Perron. I mean, I can get how many points? I can get 47 points in free agency for cheaper than 3 mil. And I can also get it for younger than 38. God damn. Grandfather. Let's see. Is there anything else that I need to do? I don't think so. I can just sim to free agency. I have auto staff management on, so that's I can do that. Contract limit warning, okay. What if you keep Crosby for a year? That's kind of what I'm thinking, because he would be good on the second line, but he's also taking away time from Logan Stankoven. Oh, maybe not, because Stankoven can play on the wing, and if Sharon Govich isn't back, then Stankoven can play on the wing instead of Sharon Govich. Okay, no, I can keep Crosby. I can make Crosby work. Let's just check out free agency. Let's see what's going on. Patty Kane wants 10 mil. Get out of my face. Um, John Carlson. Ooh, this is a guy who we almost were head over heels for at the deadline. Look at this. Pro Scout assessment fits on all defensive pairings, all power play lines, and all penalty killing lines. Like, this guy is literally the perfect defenseman for this team. So John Carlson could be a guy that we look at. He only wants 1 year, so that could be something. Connor, see, I don't want to lock up guys for 6 years. Like, the most I'll offer is, I think it's 4. Is that our window? I think the most I'll go is 4 or 5. Let's see. Suzuki is on for 4 more years. So 4 and 5 is the longest term that I'm willing to do. And Carlson only wants 1 year, but there's also 2 other teams interested. And if you go longer, he gets more expensive, but as the years drag on, his quality declines. So maybe we go like 2 years at 7.5 for John Carlson, or like 1 year at 8. 7.8, 1 year at 8 for John Carlson. Because he's not going to drop down to like 84 or 85 for at least one more season. So John Carlson could be a guy that we look at. That would just mean that we lose like another year of David Reinbacher or something. Because Reinbacher, I think he has a better future for this team, especially a guy like Cam York. He put up 18 points for us last year. He just inked a massive extension in the most previous offseason, and he had his worst production season since his rookie one. So if anybody on the D-core is moved, it's going to be Cam York for sure. Because Reinbacher, I don't know what I mean, 53 points in the AHL. Like, he's ready. He's ready for sure. So maybe, do we move Cam York and then sign John Carlson? Like, that is something that we could do. I'm not gonna make any moves right now because I want to just know my options. So that is one option, is move Cam York, sign John Carlson. That's an option. Another thing we need is a winger. That's our guy. Riley Smith, 1 year at 1 year at $2 million for Riley Smith. That is our guy. He's 24. You know what? I'm gonna take a flyer on Bloomqvist. I will give him 1 year at 1.25. 1 year at 1.25 for Bloomqvist. He can start as our NHL backup. We might have a bit of a backlog in the goalies. Marc-Andre Fleury is still around. How did he do in Calgary? He didn't play? They didn't play him? Holy shit. Marc-Andre Fleury was so bad they made the Flames finally call up Dustin Wolf. Good lord. That's so sad. I'm not gonna lie, that's really sad. I want John Carlson, baby. And I want to do that right away because two other teams are interested. John Carlson has the most interest of anybody else available. So if we're gonna sign him, we gotta sign him. We gotta make it worth his while. So we have the money to offer him a contract. What I'm thinking is 1 year at 8 mil. Because we think about it and he's gonna be our guy. He's gonna be our quarterback for this upcoming season. It's going to be Spooner, Carlson, Gooley, Coleman, Chikrin, and Reinbacher is what I'm thinking. So Carlson has to be our guy. He's been a guy for the Washington Capitals for the last decade and a half. So he's going to get paid like it. $8 million, and it's either he comes to us or he goes to Toronto, which is a divisional rival. So we got to make sure to outbid them. So, John Carlson, 1 year at 8 mil. Oh, it's a bit risky, and I don't feel 100% confident that he's going to say yes. But we're going to offer that contract. What's done is done. John Carlson. Ooh. Twitch Iserman, cross your fingers. Cross your fingers. Let's see who we offered to real quick. Approached. So John Carlson is going to be our new guy on the back end. Riley Smith is going to be our fourth line left winger. And then Tepley is an AHL guy with elite potential. Okay, let's cross your fingers for John Carlson. If he doesn't sign, I'm going to be so sad. Riley Smith, Michael Tepley, one of the Islanders. Yo, Bloomqvist, okay? Come on, John Carlson. Bang! John Carlson, let's go! Oh, yeah. I don't think they'll accept that, but if they would do York for Gibson and Pawn, I would in a heartbeat. Okay, I have no idea how that went through, but you know what? We're gonna take it, and we're gonna say thank you very much. This is gonna be what I think is probably the best starting lineup that we can make for the upcoming season. So to be Slav with Suzuki and Caulfield on the first line, Farrell with Crosby and Dubé on the second line. Then we got a +5 on both those lines in the top six. We'll have Yamo with Jack and Arvidsson on the third line, and then Stanky Stankoven with Newhook and Smith on the fourth line. So again, you look at this team and you just see depth. You see up and down the lineup. It's just all the way depth, and I'm happy about that. We still got our studs. We kept Crosby. We kept Arvidsson. I like the offense on the table here. Defensively, it's going to be Spooner and Carlson. I got high hopes for this line. It's a +5. It's hopefully going to be the two best defensemen in hockey this season. And then it's going to be the young guns, Coleman and Reinbacher. Reinbacher, 21. Is he making his NHL debut this season? Yes, he is. And then Jeremy Coleman is hopefully not going to have a sophomore slump, because that would make me very sad if he did. Jacob Chikrin, the man, the myth, the legend himself. He's just been a part of this team. He's been an anchor on that blue line ever since we traded for him. And then Gooley is on the third line because I'm mad at him. I am mad at Caden Gooley. He had the same exact level of production as Cam York. He had 19 points. York had 18. And we literally minutes ago just traded Cam York for absolute scraps. So unless Caden Gooley starts to impress, he's on the third line. And that's just how it's going to be. On the power play, it's going to be pretty much the same power play we had last season, except John Carlson is going to be here. On the second line, it'll be pretty much the same second line unit that we had last year, except Reinbacher and Stankoven. PK wise, it's kind of just, guys who kill penalties. It's not really anything special. And goalies is Hill and, like I said, Yoel Blomqvist. Is he making his major league debut? Yes, he is. Yoel Blomqvist, welcome to the big leagues, pal. Scratched is just these fellas who we called up from the AHL. They had, who was it, Stranges and Waugh up here. We sent them back down to the AHL because I want them playing all year round. We can just call them up if there's injury. Speaking of the AHL, here you go. It's Gadjevich, Stranges, Waugh, Pond, Hollander, Simonov, Othman, Duda, Siona, Kemmelin, Stevens, and Gutman. This team is crazy. For an AHL team, this team is crazy. Defensively, Akachuk, Gibson, Fairbrother, Martinson, Bodine, and Anderson. There are better guys who we could be playing on the blue line, but Martinson and Gibson are fellas who I'm all the way in on. I need these guys to grow like their lives depend on it. So these fellas can do their thing. And then Danny Vladar is going to be the backup for Caden Primo, at least to start off the season. But because this video was a little bit shorter than I had originally planned on it being, we are going to jump in and slow sim the first game of the regular season against the 1-0 Toronto Maple Leafs at home at Centerbelt. Is this a potential playoff matchup for this season? Who knows? Who knows? This could be something. We just look through the lines. Toronto looks super solid. We look super solid as well. Andreas Johnsson returning to Toronto opens the scoring for the Leafs here. Power play again for Toronto, but it's killed off by our new and improved penalty kill unit. Nearing the end of the first, we got nothing. Let's keep it going. Regular season, so I'm not going to get too crazy about it, but we're out shooting them. But Phil the Thrill and Matthews, oh boy. Phil the Thrill, his second stint with Phil's second stint with Phil, yeah, right. His second stint with Toronto, he scored. Okay, we are just getting abused. We are getting used and abused here in Montreal. I am not loving. Oh my God, Mitch Marner, holy, there we go. We got one. Victor Arvidsson on the power play. Is it comeback season? Adden Hill with a horrendous first start of the season, and an atomic bomb of a stinker to start the regular season. We can't end the video like that. We can't end the video getting dick punched by our fierce rival. I know for a fact I clicked Advanced Day. Your menus are just slow as shit, EA. We can't end like that. We gotta go one more against Dallas. We gotta go one more. But we're not gonna watch the periods. First period, bang! There we go. 2-0. That's what I'm expecting. Our two loved ones, both on the power play. Second period. There it is. 5-1. Yamo, Coleman, and Spooner. The men of the future in Coleman and Spooner. Who's starting, by the way? It's Hill again. Okay, he's having a bit of a redemption start. Adden Hill with a Wes Parsons October 1st start. Lias Anderson scores. Oh my God. Alright, the reason I wanted to slow sim these games was because I wanted to jump in and watch the last couple minutes of our new and improved hockey club. So let me go ahead and do that. That's the end of it, folks. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to smash like on the video, and if you have not yet, be sure to hit the subscribe button below. Just one more thing, go ahead and join the Discord, and I will see you in the next one.